Thank you. Hey, Em,
Hey, Bruce.
did you know Evelyn, never wanting to miss an opportunity to get things started, was born in Boston, weighing 4 pounds and 14 ounces. She was so tiny, her father said he could put her in his back pocket till she was 16. Ev's father was a bricklayer and a mason. While Evelyn wanted to follow in his footsteps, he did not see that as the path for his daughter to take. So, her profound faith and need to be closer to the day-to-day lives of others led Evelyn to become a nun in 1972. Evelyn was a teacher until the nuns said she could no longer travel around the country staying at their cenacles. Now, the real story is she was chasing hot nuns all over the country. That's the truth. Evelyn was one of 480 nuns of the religious of the cenacle. Now, there was a cenacle on East Avenue. And when Evelyn was there, she was in charge of maintenance, food service, directing retreats, CCD, and the spiritual direction of 32 lay people. Evelyn, always the multitasker, had met her match.
So, Bruce, I discovered that as the youngest member in her religious community and well-trained in math, Evelyn was also named Treasurer of the House. After the first month in this role and receiving a water bill for over $3,000, she discovered the house had a leaky toilet, which completely damaged the library. Using her extensive networking skills with Italian painters and craftsmen and her dad's experience as a brick mason, she completed a $50,000 project to repair the roof and the interior of the house. As treasurer, though, Evelyn admits that she had no budgetary skills and little interest in acquiring any, and after the leaky toilet incident, was soon relieved of her position. While spending time as a postulate in a more contemplative order in Toronto, an order that valued peace and quiet, can you imagine Ev there? Evelyn, who always needed to be in motion, was placed in charge of the sacristy. The Mother Superior thought that this assignment might calm her down a bit. However, after Evelyn almost burned down the church, it was decided that she would do better arranging flowers, and Mother Superior promptly gave her a book on arranging flowers. She left the cenacle with her first true love, Lynn, another nun, in 1978. Together, they applied for jobs teaching in developing countries. They were given the choices of Bangladesh, Tokyo, and LA, developing countries. Not finding any of these of interest, Evelyn pursued a career at Aquinas Institute, teaching theology and mathematics at the 12th grade and AP levels, while intending to pursue a master's degree part-time. Together, she and Lynn found the land for the Women's Peace Encampment. Evelyn was told by the leaders of the Aquinas Institute that she should not get involved any more than what was reasonable, and please do not get your picture in the paper. And of course, true to form, a photo of Evelyn climbing under the fence was found on the front page of the Democrat and Chronicle. Evelyn struggled continuously with the rules, the guidelines, the recruiting practices, and sadly being gay. It really didn't help her situation at that time, so Aquinas dismissed her after 19 years of wonderful service. Lynn and Ev parted their relationship after 7 years.
Hey, Emily, did you know Evelyn from Boston always had cars that drove too fast, all on their own? Because of this, she totaled her first Mustang on I-95 outside of Boston. Well, it was really the car's fault, said Evelyn. Then there was that time Evelyn dragged John Noble to court in Amsterdam, New York, to help her protest a speeding ticket that her car had gotten. The judge took pity on Evelyn because his wife was also named Evelyn, reduced the charge from 5 to 3 points, a non-moving violation, Ev so proudly announced. When she was a postulate in Toronto, Evelyn had what she calls a lane-changing incident, which caused her to be pulled over. Although not wearing her habit, she confessed to the officer, "I am a nun. They don't let me out very often." He let her go. And then there was that time her car hit a patch of ice and slid under a 16-wheeler. According to Evelyn, it was still drivable, so after the car bounced off the truck's back wheels, off she drove. Now, after all these incidents on the road, Evelyn had her license suspended. What a shocker. And the judge told her she could only drive to and from work. So Evelyn scheduled her tutoring appointments from 8 in the morning until midnight. You know St. Christopher, the patron saint of travel? Well, after all these years with Evelyn, even he jumps out of the car when she hits 55.
Bruce, Ev moved from cars to slow steeds. Evelyn's second true love was Claire Parker, who they met when Claire was the ED at ABW and later become the board chair of the Gay Alliance. She was drawn to Claire's love of horses. As a little girl, Evelyn always wanted a horse. When she asked her dad said, "Where are we going to put the horse?" And Evelyn cherubically said, "Daddy, in the basement." Soon after moving in with Claire, she bought her first horse, a 26-year-old mare named Brandy. She tried to get that horse to move for 3 months. Every time she got on, that horse would not move. So she took some lessons. She got on the horse trotted away. Any of us who know Evelyn, horse or not, know who is in charge when she gives a command. Working with Claire, Evelyn launched the fundraising campaign to buy the building on Atlantic Avenue. It was to become the first home of the Gay Alliance. The first event was a drag show at the Liberty, which included Jeff Cost, Joey Marcello, and Claire herself. And in 18 months, they had raised $120,000 to buy that building. Finally, and I'm not sure many of you know this, throughout these years, Evelyn has nurtured and cared for her first partner's adopted daughter, who had been abused by her mother, a prostitute on Bay Street. Evelyn has never given up on and has supported this young woman as she has traveled the same difficult road as her mother. Now, the mother of 4 children, living in Kentucky, Evelyn remains the only touchstone for her when she's truly down.
Evelyn's never-ending spirit her smile, her desire to make all whom she touches, make sure that all whom she touches are supported and celebrated as they walk their path, led us to nominate her for this prestigious award. We are humbled and proud to have had the honor to nominate our colleague and dear friend Evelyn Bailey for the 2014 Community Service Award. Evelyn, come get your award.